146.8 pounds for the Pac-Man, 146.8 for Manny Pacquiao.
That's our job. That's our job, to entertain the crowd, to give you a good fight.
Mayweather weighs in 72.9 kilos, 72, 900, 160.38 pounds.
Well, I've been here so many times before, and just the atmosphere, the people, it's a great turnout, and I truly believe it's going to.
Floyd Mayweather had a heated first face-off with Manny Pacquiao ahead of their rematch, creating intense tension.
From Manny, now Manny has a lot of experience, you know, at the highest level and competing at the highest level, and that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself. You're gonna have to take the whole room together. You're gonna have to put the whole world in the ring to beat me. I'm the best. Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
He's older than me. I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this sport. So what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a different weight division is not that easy.
Manny looked completely ready, composed, locked in, and set to step into yet another major battle.
I'm back because of boxing is my passion. I miss boxing, and I'm so thankful to God, because until now He gave me the strength, keep me safe, and give me good health. That's why Manny Pacquiao is still here, and I'm back. Woo!
The last man who said I'm back was Michael Jordan. He came back and he won 3 titles. Are you channeling some of that?
Well, this comeback is dedicated to the Lord my God that I'm serving. I'm excited to the fight. I'm really hungry to win again the fight and give the fans a good fight. And I know, and I know the fans, they're waiting for a good.
There had been talk circulating that the fight might be called off, but that speculation has now been cleared up. Boxing Scene confirmed through a post on X that the matchup is moving forward, with Mayweather agreeing to a legitimate contest. Manny Pacquiao shared with Boxing Scene on Tuesday that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has officially accepted that their September 19th rematch will take place as a professional fight. .in addition, insider Lance Pugmire reported that everything is now finalized. The bout is set to proceed as a sanctioned professional match, not an exhibition, with Mayweather ultimately agreeing to the terms and stepping in to finalize the agreement.
Pacquiao says the fight is on. Right? So we've been discussing this every day for the past couple weeks, because I think Mayweather is a brilliant marketer and has been able to get us to do that. And he's saying, you know, this is going to be an exhibition, that it's not going to be at the Sphere. Meanwhile, apparently he was already signed contracts that already had some upfront money. His response was always, well, you have a deal. You can't get out of this. This is a real fight. There's no reason to have an exhibition, which I think a lot of insiders would agree. But now we understand yesterday there was a deadline given by Team Pacquiao and Pacquiao Promotions, but we have a fight, right, Lance?
Correct. Manny Pacquiao reached out to me yesterday. We talked on WhatsApp, actually, and he said the fight is on. Floyd has come to the table. Everything's fine. We're good to go. I know Floyd has come out with a statement today saying not everything's done, and I'm not gonna look. I used to work for them, so I'm not gonna call fight hype Floyd's mouth.
Manny made it clear that Floyd no longer has any way to avoid this, emphasizing that the rematch has to take place as an official professional contest. He highlighted how much this fight matters to him and stated his intention to prove a point to Floyd once they step into the ring.
He had no way to get out of that.
He has to fight.
Yes,
Is it going to be an exhibition or is it going to be a sanctioned match?
No.
Sanction match.
Awesome. Manny, are you happy that you're gonna get the second opportunity? It seems like you guys are gonna actually get in there again. Are you very excited to redeem yourself?
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about you were injured in the first fight and all, but what would this win mean for you in particular? Personally, you've accomplished so much, 8th division world champion and all. So what would a win over Floyd mean to you?
Oh, this is very important. I want to give him a one.
Is it a bragging rights thing for you, Manny? Like you can prove you're better than him? You can prove you're better than him? Is that what this is? It's about still showing you're better than him?
Teach him a lesson. I don't know, I think so.
Okay.
Hey, how do you like the new gym? You own now the Mayweather gym, now it's the Pacquiao gym.
Oh, I like it, I'm excited.
I heard the Mayweather promotion CEO say that if you guys have a successful rematch, there could be a third one. Manny, are you open to a trilogy?
What is that?
With Floyd, are you open to a trilogy? If they demand it, we'll finish first.
Now that the bout has been officially set, Manny Pacquiao is back in the gym working alongside his longtime coach Freddie Roach, showing clear commitment as he enters a structured and highly focused training camp. Pacquiao shared that he's set to resume his training at Roach's gym, underlining his dedication to getting fully prepared, improving his fitness, and returning to top condition as he gears up for the expected rematch.
So soon I'm going to start training for Mayweather fight. Yes.
Robert Garcia suggested that Floyd hasn't been training with full intensity. Meanwhile, Manny is showing complete dedication, putting in hard miles in the mountains, working through intense sessions, and pushing himself to stay in top-level condition.
Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape, he's not training. I'll bet you deep in behind curtains, that was doing workouts. That is not. That's just to be in shape, to be able to box for 12 rounds. Mayweather's not killing himself in sparring. He's not killing his legs in running. But I bet you he's doing workouts that are not going to kill his legs and are not going to fuck him up when it comes to sparring. But I bet you he'll be in shape for the fight. And I bet you he's going to win by decision.
You think Mayweather's decision? Manny's motivated.
Manny's burning himself out. Too much runs like a fucking true champion does. But he's 48.
Mayweather's older, Robert.
Yes, but he's not doing the same workouts that Manny's doing. Manny's showing it to the world. Manny's running in front of 50.
But he looks good when you watch.
He's running hard and he's gonna. His body can't take that much. His body can't take that much. Mayweather knows his body can't take that much. That's why he's doing separate, different trainings to be in shape, but to be able to perform and to be fast and to win a decision.
Jose Ramirez, who spent time training alongside Manny Pacquiao in camp, praised how sharp and dangerous he still appears in the gym. He noted that Pacquiao would frequently stop sparring partners during sessions, showing that his power remains intact despite getting older. Ramirez also pointed out that Manny sticks to a disciplined routine, going on daily runs to maintain peak physical shape and keeping his stamina at a consistently high level.
Kept ahead with them. I was his man. I mean, I was going
8-round sparring sessions, dude.
What does Jose Ramirez learn from Manny Pacquiao when you're in camp with him 3 times? What did you pick up from him?
Honestly, his work ethic, and then
the best work ethic.
The best work
no
ethic.
Days off, no light days.
Every morning we used to get together and run. Even on sparring days, he runs.
With 20, 30, 50 people, even in
man, he has he has a lot of support out there.
That's amazing. It's like a movie. It's like Rocky.
We would go to the mall, and just because people knew we were his sparring partners, they wanted a picture with us. So
he's the man.
He is the man.
He's so humble, though. He doesn't know he's Manny Pacquiao. Very down to earth.
There was always like a crowd of 25 to 40 people outside the gym, from ladies to kids, just waiting for him.
Money and
he used to give them all money before he walked in.
Yeah, he's very generous.
And
he's very humble. He doesn't let the fame change. Like you never let the fame change you or nothing. You're the same person I met when you were a kid. But what did you learn boxing-wise besides work ethic? Is there any punch you learned? Is there any defensive movement?
Pacquiao's sparring sessions continue to highlight his relentless work ethic and high-level ability. Ramirez pointed out that Manny approaches every round with full intensity, handling training as though it were an actual bout. His punches still carry serious force, often pushing sparring partners to their limits, and sometimes forcing them to stop as the pace increases. This level of consistency shows that Pacquiao is still performing at an elite standard, combining speed, timing, and explosive movement that can challenge even younger fighters. His sharpness in the gym reflects not just discipline, but a lasting capability to compete at the top level. To those watching, it's evident that his preparation reflects a champion's mindset, proving that his age hasn't taken away his competitive fire or edge.
Pacquiao always, what made Pacquiao very dangerous is that, he was very explosive. So there was punches that he just throw, he just throw, and all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see it coming.
It was that unexpected power, but it was put together by a combination of punches too. So
his feet set it up.
He had a heavy hand, so he used to snap his punches really good and pinpoint his shots really good. So he used to go to the top, body back to the top, and the second one was just boom, one punch.
What's the craziest thing you've seen him do in a gym, not sparring partner? Not you.
Oh, brother, he I was lucky not to get hit by one of those left hands, but he dropped.
Everybody.
Every camp, he would drop one fighter, one sparring partner.
And that's
like clean.
And they don't come back next camp.
Well, he dropped a couple in the Philippines, so they stayed.
Paulie Malignaggi and Lance Pugmire also weighed in on the ongoing uncertainty around a potential Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao rematch, pointing out how mixed messages and negotiation updates have added to the confusion. Paulie Malignaggi noted that Mayweather has not made any official confirmation following earlier exhibition fight rumors. In contrast, Pacquiao has been firm that the bout should only happen as a fully sanctioned professional fight, or not take place at all. The discussion further highlighted how Pacquiao has been more outspoken in driving the story forward and even sharing updates publicly, while Mayweather has largely stayed silent, continuing his usual reserved approach. Many pointed out that this situation is similar to Mayweather's past behavior, where even journalists like Pugmire have struggled to get clear, direct confirmation from him. Floyd's unpredictable way of communicating often keeps everyone guessing right up until the final moment. Algaray added that Mayweather's approach to negotiations is highly strategic, explaining that he rarely compromises or meets opponents halfway. Instead, he prefers to stay in full control of every situation, making sure he comes out ahead, not just inside the ring, but also in business talks and public perception. According to this view, that mindset is a key reason why there has been so much delay in getting clarity about the fight. Even with all the uncertainty, the panel agreed that the matchup always felt likely to happen. They believe that once Mayweather fully commits, he will announce it on his own terms. Until then, they suggest patience, noting that this kind of slow build-up is typical of how he operates.
Enjoy talking boxing, and then at some point Floyd is going to say, I'm all in.
Yeah, I think Floyd's one of those guys where when it comes to negotiating, he's not going to meet you halfway. He wants you to come over to his side of the table, and then when he's ready, we'll go. That's the competitiveness in him. He always wants to win. He's trying to win every talking point, every negotiating, every conversation.
Including the conversation, whether the fight's on or not.
Being the conversation.
By the way, a lot of comments the other day about whether I was chewing my food.
Anything else? I mean, who actually is the mauthpiece for, Paulie brought a great point. Who is is the mouthpiece responding for Floyd and his team? Is it actually Floyd that came to this, not announcement, but came to this, agreement? Yes, this is the contract was signed. Yes, it is.
Manny Pacquiao stated that staying undefeated does not automatically make someone the greatest, indirectly challenging Floyd Mayweather's self-declared GOAT status. He pointed out that several fighters have retired without losses, so that fact alone is not something unique or unmatched in boxing history. Instead, Pacquiao emphasized his own accomplishments, noting that he is the only fighter to win world championships across 8 different weight divisions and to capture titles in 4 separate decades: the 1990s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s. He said these achievements stand on their own and don't require self-promotion. Even with those claims, Manny kept a modest tone, explaining that he prefers to leave judgment of his legacy to the fans rather than defining it himself. Regarding a possible rematch, he made his position clear. He is not interested in an exhibition. If a fight does happen, Pacquiao insists it must be a full professional bout, where both fighters compete seriously and take real risks.
Undefeated fighter, and you are. Yeah. What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT. Right. Self-proclaimed GOAT, because he can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who retired undefeated. So, but I can claim with some of those, the only 8 division and the only fighter who became a world champion in 4 decades, 4 different decades. Yeah. 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So, but I'm not raising my own chair. I let the fans decide.
Your chair high. Your chair is high already.
I mean,
that's it. And you came 1 point away from having a belt in the 2020s. Oh no, you already had a belt in the 2020s.
2020, yes.
Yeah. So, pardon me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
So that's 4 decades.
Yes, pretty good.
Jazz Mather explained that with such a large amount of money involved, it is unlikely that either side will step away from the deal, especially with a major global platform like Netflix creating an even bigger opportunity. He pointed out that Mayweather is strongly driven by financial incentives, and once the full scale of the agreement is understood, it should help move negotiations forward. Mather also noted that talks are currently being managed through lawyers rather than directly with Floyd, which has made the process more complicated. Even with delays and ongoing discussions, he said progress is still being made and that all sides are working toward reaching a final agreement. A firm deadline has also been set, adding pressure to close the deal soon. Mather remains optimistic that logic will prevail, believing the financial reward and worldwide exposure will be enough to secure Floyd's commitment. However, he also acknowledged that if the terms are not satisfied, alternative options and even legal action could come into play.
It's about money. And all that Floyd needs to see is, whoever is managing or representing Floyd today, I personally...
Hard to keep track.
It's hard to keep track. I don't know what's going on over there.
Have you been in negotiations over the past week since Floyd started backtracking?
The attorneys are.
So not and who are they? They're dealing with Floyd's attorneys, not Floyd, correct?
Correct. We're dealing with attorneys. I mean, he's communicating with some of the other the production partners and such. There is direct conversation and stuff happening, but they just have to see the light as to the platform and the size of what Netflix is and what all opportunities it can bring.
So, Jazz, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What is the deadline? Obviously, Netflix already announced that you have to... What is the hard deadline to get this resolved?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time?
14th. End of business day.
End of business tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. As long as he's got smart people around him that can see the size of the opportunity, then they can make him a lot of money. More money than he's made in the last...
Wade Plemons highlighted that a matchup like this carries obvious risk, as it is heavily framed around the idea of 2 GOATs, referring to Manny Pacquiao as an 8-division world champion. He explained that while the label sounds impressive, the reality is that both fighters are past their prime, even though their names still hold massive value. He added that Pacquiao, now 46 years old, still delivered a respectable performance against Mario Barrios, proving he can remain competitive at a certain level. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather has continued staying active through exhibition bouts, including appearances against Logan Paul and John Gotti III, where he has still shown sharp reflexes, even if the level of opposition has been different.
This is supposed to be the two GOATs, like Manny Pacquiao, 8-division world champ. What are we talking about? And he doesn't necessarily look like that, but I will say Manny looked decent enough. I get 46 years old versus Mario Barrios, so he still got it at least to some degree, and we've seen Floyd in these exhibitions, you know, with Leah Gotti's stepbrother. If you know, you know. John Gotti III. We've seen him against Logan Paul. We've seen him in these Deji, these exhibitions where he still has his reflexes. He still can fight. But oddly enough, this might be a hot take. When I watch it this second time around, you know, Manny had the shoulder issue the first time in 2015, and they were still at the top of boxing, but their skills were fading. But this time around, them being a little older, a little slower, you may get a better fight out of it. Not necessarily a better looking aesthetically or higher skilled, but you may get a better, just a generally better fight. And again, you do something like this because it was, at the time, and still is, the most watched behind pay-per-view fight ever. They generated $600 million, I think, or something like that.
Plemons suggested that even though neither fighter is at their absolute peak, as they were in 2010 or 2015, that drop in performance could actually make a rematch more exciting in a different way. It might not showcase their highest technical level, but it could lead to a more aggressive and action-heavy contest compared to their first encounter. But he also pointed to the enormous commercial appeal of the matchup, noting that their original fight generated roughly $600 million and became the most-watched boxing pay-per-view in history. With a platform like Netflix involved this time instead of traditional pay-per-view, he believes the global audience could be even larger, while acknowledging the criticism that boxing should prioritize developing new talent. He argued that as long as veteran fighters can still perform and attract massive attention, there remains clear value in staging these kinds of blockbuster events.
Netflix, which doesn't, I mean, yes, it has a paywall, but it's not pay-per-view behind that. You're going to get a lot of people that tune into this thing once again, just for that last go-around, that last ride off into the sunset. So listen, I don't think we're going to see anywhere near the skill that we would have seen had this been 2011, 2010 when it should have happened, but we still are going to get a decent enough fight. And I get both sides of the argument here when you're talking about, do we want to see it? Is it really good for the sport? Do we really need to see it? Are we going to have a better way of building the next generation of fighters to where we don't have to rely on these big one-off, exhibition type fights? I get all that and I hear it all, but I also think there's something to be said for if guys still have the ability, if they still are with it mentally and physically, and they still can draw a crowd, who's to say that we should stop them from fighting? It may not be the best look that this is who you get the biggest viewing numbers for, and that should be an indictment on boxing building its next generation.
And that wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.